You glance up and you see one of these creatures. You now recognize it as a gargoyle. Flying down in what appears to be a second one that was on the other side of the ridge, now also preparing to leap down. You have two of these now bearing down on you.
Fucking throw me, bro.
We're into the air?
No, towards the thing. You're strong as you're a strong guy. Both daggers like this. Yeah. And it's advantage because he's like, I didn't know humans could fly.
The blast explodes, impacting and detonating on the gargoyle, causing its outside hide, its hard kind of stone-like hide to crack. It looks extremely injured. The explosion also catches the edge of the rope.
What'd you say?
The explosion does also catch the edge of the rope.
Okay.
All right, so as you're pushing further and further into the city, kind of going in the direction of that strange circular structure you saw in the center from the top of the cliffside, you can't help but notice that there are a number of stone structures, statues, small reliefs and symbols that you recognize the iconography as worshipping Uptao. However, each one of them has been shattered, sundered, broken across the torso. You see the head kind of scattered and left in a corner somewhere to be grown over. There's a heavy desecration against any sort of Uptao presence.
Visibly upset by this.
Make a history check also, as you begin to see other fresher iconography carved into the side of buildings.
History
and symbols
is
left.
0, you guys. 7.
7. You have no idea what the significance is, but you do point out these symbols, and you guys glance over and see them as well. These appear to be serpentine. There are snake-like symbols, like a giant fanged serpent head, and what appears to be some sort of a crescent symbol that envelops a portion of its structure.
From Archon's time in the temple, when he fought the Yanti, would those symbols, these symbols look similar to those symbols?
Make a religion check.
That's a 2. It's
2.
not a 1.
No, it's not a 1.
But it's a 2.
It's 1 adjacent. So you, it's familiar. You do have experience here, and you do recall that this, immediately, you've run into Yanti, you've run into serpent-like creatures that seem to exist in elements of this jungle, but you're not sure what these symbols are referring to or what the importance is.
Hitch nose.
Are they growing in frequency as we move towards that circular part of town?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Good question.
Not bad. That's a 19.
You kind of keep watch as each one of these symbols passes. You step further, about 15, 20 minutes. You're getting closer to the exterior of that structure. And once again, no sign of life. You hear the sound of wind blowing through, and the rain that has been soft since you came down here has been stopping. You now have a period where there's no rain. There's still clouds in the sky above you, and you're pushing into the later afternoon, but you are noticing these symbols getting more and more frequent. You're beginning to see small statues of a serpent head. You begin to see what catches your eye specifically with that roll is certain corners or leftover areas. You see some sort of clusters of some translucent looking, like a silk-like cloth. And you glance over and look at it, and it's not cloth, it's shed skin.
Snake-like in nature. Okay.
Would anyone recognize
I think we
this
should
skin?
set up camp. And I think we should get a long rest. Well, after we find... Okay, fine. Then can I follow the path of the snakeskin towards, are there tracks, I guess, was what I should say.
Oh, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, no, for tracking this would be survival. Make a survival check.
Okay. I'm going to tell her about it too, because don't you have an advantage on survival?
No, I just have a high survival, and right now I have a disadvantage on everything.
You
So.
do. Okay. That's a 5. Which is not great.
You glance about, and there doesn't seem to be any specific signs of tracks or any direction of any creatures in the area.
I can try.
The rain kind of ruined any possibility of tracks recently that you would be able to follow.
And how far away are we from the structure that we're heading to?
You're about 10 minutes outside of it, I'd say, at a very careful pace. So say a little longer than you expected, but you're being,
I can
aware.
I can go ahead and check it out and you can get a rest in if you want. And I can come back.
It's not
Well, a long rest is going to be like an 8-hour endeavor.
Yeah, it's like a
Well, I'll take a stroll, see what's
Can we try to proceed for someplace that might look like a safe place to rest? Like one
Sure.
of these huts or something?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Don't we also have about like 6 hours until we can rest?
late afternoon now.
I'd say with the travel, I'd give you about like 3 or 4 hours. We'll say about
Okay,
that.
we
so.
gotta go in.
2. I don't know where anything is.
It takes you a while, and you start going through the buildings, and you have a hard time finding. You step inside, and you see like old, tall terracotta pots that are somewhat cracked and broken. You see what looks to, or would have amounted to, have been places where bread spreads must have been at one point. Bedspreads, but they themselves have fallen in disuse. With the interior torn asunder, like there's places where you could stop and rest, but there's nothing in particular that seems extremely hidden or, particularly out of the way.
Are there any
whole city's kind of open.
remains,
Yeah.
or is this ghost town pretty much empty of any sort of human?
From what you've seen right now, you see no human remains.
Yeah, because the snake.
This is going to be
Ate
a
'em all.
bad place to be at night, I feel.
Yeah, 'cause isn't that when snakes come hunt you? So,
Well, yeah.
so
This is
maybe-
where we're supposed to be, though. I'm assuming that the lost city is right underneath us.
We just need to find the entrance.
So
You're in the Lost City right now.
yeah, so we need to find the underground
There's
entrance,
something underneath.
The tomb, yeah.
which is where we're
The soul
10
monger.
minutes. We're like a 10-minute walk away from that.
Yeah.
So we just have to
someone can detect
steal our
magic, right?
resolve. Yeah, I can.
Maybe there's
My
a,
Zentarum ring.
maybe there's magic entrance or something.
Make an investigation check.
I can do that. Is that a 6 or a 9? 6 plus 1, 7.
Yikes.
Okay.
Whole team is befuddled right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not-
you guys
yeah.
are just out of your element here. The weather has wiped clean a lot of small traces that may have been of an aid to you, and right now you found a few alcoves that may fit comfortably, but nothing catches your attention.
Jamila, do you remember anything as a child? Do you remember ever finding some sort of stairway, some sort
Memory
of well,
check.
some sort of hole that goes down into the ground?
You didn't wander too deeply
Yeah.
into the city. You do recall with the brief excursion you made into it, which is from the southern side, which had a little more of a decline into
Okay.
it. There seemed to be a rather large number of wandering undead in the southern part of the city, so you didn't get too far into
Right.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew where it was. I didn't do much exploring of the actual city itself. So at this point, we are all equals.
Let's just keep moving.
Yep.
What do we got to lose?
Yeah.
We're going to sit here and wait to get eaten?
I don't know if we need to climb out and camp somewhere safer. I don't even know if it is safer up there, or I don't know how we climb out.
Camping. Let's do this. Come on. Are you going to be disadvantaged for a long time?
Once I get a long rest, I'm back to good.
You
but-
also don't have spells, and we kind of need to replenish
Yeah.
We
before
need
we're
to
going to take
rest.
on a boss.
It is a good idea, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should get as close as we can to the center of that circle, and then figure out a nice second story with only one doorway, and then
What if
take
that's-
turns to watch.
Okay. Okay.
Something. How big?
I don't know if
Only
there's
one can
anything
come in
better.
the door at a time, and
Yeah.
How
that
big
makes
was
sense.
the snake skin? Did this thing look like a massive snake, like a dragon?
This particular piece of snakeskin seemed to be, though it was collapsed, you kind of prod at it with your staff and pick it up, and it's about this far around in the center.
It's a big
Okay.
snake.
I'm
so yeah,
just-
we can't really. We can bar the door, I guess.
I'm just worried that that circle is like the epicenter of everything, and that perhaps it's better to camp some distance from that. I don't know.
That's a good, fair
I just don't know if everything's gonna pour out of that at once.
can somebody else
But that's
make
just
a
a
perception
guess.
check? Well, I can do
What are you looking for?
a better place to hide, or
All right, make an investigation check.
okay.
As you guys are getting closer and closer, you're just in the outside. You're beginning to see the kind of large stone structures that form the circular center of the
17.
There you go.
17. Okay.
Why don't the smart people look for this stuff? we got the barbarians.
tanks
in
are,
there.
like, trying to
Yeah, you got the tanks out in front looking for.
I didn't even know that was the
Delicate
thing for
thing.
me. So I just was like, hey, wait a second.
As you're walking along, you think back. About 2 minutes back, there was one building I saw at the second floor.
Hey, you guys. I know I keep fucking up, but did it again.
I was writing a great song.
Sorry about the rope.
You guys back your way in, finding this one building you point out. You come to the second structure, and this area seems to have a bunch of dry rotted barrels that some of them have kind of been broken open, and you can see moldy grain and kind of like fungus have grown in places. But the windows are tall, and there is only one doorway entrance to this chamber.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Let's go in.
All right, so you guys are gonna hold up until the night at a long rest.
We're gonna crash out.
All
Somebody
right.
that
First watch.
needs
First.
sleep the least. Yeah.
All right, so you take first watch.
Who else has night vision?
I was thinking maybe if we're taking a long rest, we'll turn into a snake at some point and check. I can have track heat with that, which is pretty
That's true.
radical. So, but I'll do that after.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone else gets to rest. Utkarsh taking first watch. Hitch your means out.
And my zombie also has. It has its own passive perception. I'll just stick the zombie in the doorway.
Yeah, I'll chill with the zombie. Just get creeped out.
All right, so go ahead and make a perception check for the first couple hours of your watch.
10, 18.
18. Okay. No seeming issues. You don't notice anything strange. You do hear some noises outside at the window in the distance, and you glance out at the top, and you see a few low-flying birds as the afternoon begins to close into dusk. So you just kind of fly by. Your watch comes to close, no issue. Who's taking next watch?
I can take next watch.
All right. Terrell, you set up. The zombie's still kind of staying in the doorway. So, go ahead and roll a perception check for the extent of your watch.
Okay. Perception. That's just straight up 7.
Okay.
Not very much.
You
Was I still a gorilla?
Uh,
They have good eyesight.
no.
maybe not like Dara.
When you went to rest, by the time your rest kicked in, you would have your form would have reverted. So. So you take your watch. Don't notice anything out of the ordinary. That is the zombie. You complete. Who's taking the final watch?
I'll do it.
All right, Calliope. All right, so you. I don't know. So you've slept enough to complete your rest now, Calliope. So your spells are back.
Oh,
You're
cool.
healed full.
Hit dice and all that. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
Sorry about that.
Ooh.
5.
Okay. Cool. So
Can you give us that thing that we get a D8
Okay.
to make ourselves feel better?
Which one?
you guys at a long rest, you guys fully healed your hit
Yeah, you
points.
do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if you would regain 3 of your spent hit dice. So you get those back.
No way.
So as you guys all kind of come out of your long rest, it is back to night. The dark evening sky ahead, now clear of the clouds. You can look out the base window and see some of the stars dotting the sky above you. It's pitch black inside. You have dark vision, which as you guys kind of come to and glance around, you see Calliope sitting there kind of holding the wand and has been still kind of in this half asleep state.
Calliope,
Nodding off.
wake up.
Yeah.
As you kind of look up and glance about, you guys notice the zombies there in the doorway, and pressed into the corner, 2 sides of the room, you see a female figure, and you see a male figure that are just there, standing there watching you.
In the room we just slept in?
In the room that you guys
creepy.
just slept in.
Thanks, Calliope.
Human.
Sorry, you guys.
Human. Can I?
As soon as you guys stir, they both kind of step one step towards you, and you see the woman, thin, pale skin with almost like a slight tealish tint to it in places, long, stringy brown hair, and the face seems to be very angular and thin. The eyes are almost yellow with slit irises.
Oh,
And as she steps forward, she goes,
So, you come with purpose to Omu.
the male figure steps forward, and you now see it is a muscular man, shirtless with these tattoos across the shoulders, wearing like these long baggy pants, and each arm is an extended serpent with its own snake mouth at the tip instead of a hand. He goes,
It will do you well to stay where you sit.
What's your name?
Okay.
As you guys are waiting there for a moment, the zombie turns to you and goes, and points.
Yes, Rob, I know. There are people in the room. Thank you.
At which point the zombie gets pushed aside as a sudden, very large and quick shape swarms into the room through the doorway and stands looming before all of you in this small, enclosed space. In the pitch black, and through the vision you see the outline of it, you see this extremely strong, muscular, powerful, imposing presence, this humanoid torso, bald in head, a series of tattoos and marks across the muscled torso, but you see bandages wrapped tightly around the forearms and the shoulders. The face itself is wrapped with bandages, and you can see what looks to be leprous skin hidden beneath in patches. The body itself seems to be undergoing some sort of disease or deterioration, and the lower half of the body is a thick, elongated serpent tail that coils and continues past out of the door where it entered. As it stands there, you see in its right hand, it's holding this long, kind of red metalled long sword in one hand, and the other hand just kind of is out before, palm down, palm upward towards you.
So, you come and walk through Omo. What is your purpose before we toss you with the rest of the dead?
Let's just tell him.
We seek the soulmonger.
What?
Take us to him or die.
You assume much, Dragonkin.
You see the yellow eyes now almost flare with power from between the two bandages that block a portion of his facial features. You see these long serpent-like fangs that dig past and a tongue that flitters out. You can see jewelry adorning the top like a mantle of his shoulders, and as you say that, the blade that he has suddenly bursts into flame. The flame's now lighting the room around you with a red-orange glow.
I pull the axe out. I pull out Bone Cleaver.
We don't know exactly what we're looking for. We just know that it's maybe bad. Maybe we're on the same side. I don't think so. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. But we could be, and I'm gonna give it a shot.
What is your business with the soulmonger?
Take us to him. It is only for him to hear.
Who is the soulmonger, by the way?
We don't know.
We just learned about soulmonger too.
Excuse me, guys. This is
The one true queen has business with him. And with that, my holy symbol lights up and starts pulsing.
As it pulses up, he kind of like... The blade kind of goes into a backward defensive position, and his eyes don't really avert from yours, as the other two kind of close around the edges of the rest of your party, just keeping at the ready in case anything breaks or cracks. And just goes,
You refer to someone. Oh, give me a name.
Tiamat.
And who has crossed your Tiamat?
you could do it.
Who's the soulmonger?
We don't know.
Do we know his name?
Ubtao.
make a deception check.
Nicely done.
8.
I back him up. I say,
Yeah, it's true.
He speaks the truth.
Oh, so you were aiding me, so I get an advantage?
Yeah,
but I've got a
me too.
deception check too, a high one.
My deception is high.
At this statement, the giant serpentine, like half man, half snake creature goes,
If you come here for Ubtao, you are lost, friend. Ubtao left this city long ago. I'm through with your deceptions.
Fuck it.
Can I?
A small room.
Should we
Sing a
do
song?
something?
I'm just locking eyes right now.
Right.
I
got an
cast
idea.
Tasha's hideous laughter on this guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
Suggestion would have worked too, but hideous laughter's fun.
Oh my god. Okay. So,
He's so
with
pleased
your
with
DC is
himself.
15, correct?
GC?
Yeah, your spell DC on your character sheet.
Yes. Yes.
No fucking way. +7 wisdom. I rolled a 2.
Yes. Cackle, cackle, cackle.
I'm still locked eyes, but I'm like super happy.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So,
So you think I've said the funniest thing ever? You're like an audience member when I'm performing on the road.
all right. So,
Like Akron.
so the snake has already been chuckling at this deception. Goes,
Kill everybody else. Well, 2 people, right?
the tail begins to snake around and swirl and whip in the air, and the sword, while it's clean, kind of like clatters, still holding it, but it hits the ground and the flames spark even brighter for a moment, and it grasps its chest, and you can see some of the leprous wounds are almost like beginning to spill this kind of dark blood-like liquid from underneath the bandages. The other 2 creatures in the room look very confused over at their apparent master as he's just laughing his way through this moment. What are you guys doing?
I grabbed the sword.
Yeah, we have
It's
surprise.
still holding the sword in his hand.
Oh, it is. It's still holding the sword in his hand. So it's laughing. It's
He's at
distracted. What's the
disadvantage.
duration?
Up to a minute.
Probably unless we attack it. Yeah, I'm gonna lash out at one of the henchmen.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll go for the other.
As the leader is like just flailing about, laughing and cackling into the corner, Tyrell and Hitch, you guys are up first at the same time. What are you doing?
Fuck yeah.
Can we do like a bro move?
If you want to.
You can bro move.
Yeah, like someone you bounce off my shoulders and I steal a sword or some shit. Like that sounds.
You can steal
Kick
a
her in the
sword.
face and then nab the sword as a mongoose.
Rewind.
I don't know. I mean, we're going at the same time. You said.
You guys are going at the same time. Yeah.
Well, you can melee, right? You're a gorilla.
It's not a
No,
gorilla
I'm not a
anymore, it's
gorilla
rested.
anymore.
Oh, you're just you.
I'm just a guy
handsome
now.
furball.
You could become a gorilla if you
I could always become a gorilla.
I've got
choice.
poison-tipped daggers right now.
You go first.
You do.
You seem like a faster guy than me.
The extra
Do it.
2 genetic
I'm
percentage.
gonna jump, and homeboy who's laughing his face off, I have advantage, right? Because he can't fight back.
He is incapacitated, which means he can't take actions or reactions.
Sun Tzu would say take out the other 2 first.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
He's right.
He's incapacitated for a full round. The other 2 are a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't take action reactions. So yeah, and you can attack him. The spell does give him an additional saving throw every time he takes damage, or at the end of his turn.
Okay,
what are you
so
doing, Hitch?
it looks like, based on how we've set it
You
up,
are right next to this guy right there with the 2 snake hands.
well, it's super
Yeah,
small.
kill
It
that
looks like
fucker.
I'm right in between both of them. These 2
Yeah,
people.
you're throw to your right.
So could I just go like whoosh and throw 2 daggers out
you wanted
at
to,
both
yeah.
of their freaking faces?
can.
Okay.
Alrighty. Since you are also going first, all right. Yeah. So go ahead and roll for attack on each of them.
Oh fuck. Well, one hit 17 and then a 9.
Okay. We'll say the 17 is in the main guy. The 9, the guy's laughing. The 9 is on the guy with the 2 serpents. And as the dagger hits, he ducks out of the way. His serpentine reflexes causing him to dodge it and just hits the stonework and skitters off into the darkness. So go ahead and roll a d4 plus your bonus of 4. What d4 plus 4? So that's 7 plus your sneak attack.
5 and 8, 15.
Okay, cool. 15 damage. And unfortunately,
And then
yes. And
and then I'm going to what is it called when I run away?
Disengage?
I'm going to disengage onto the roof, like onto the ceiling.
okay, so we'll say you climb out of the window and up onto the top. So you
No,
just-
like onto the ceiling of the thing,
Like
Like hanging
Oh,
upside
up on
down.
top.
like
Pressed
up
up.
in here.
Okay, cool. All right, so the poison that you put on your daggers as you go and strike, it appears that it has no effect on these particular entities. They are snake in nature and immune to poison. However, you did do a fair amount of damage to that guy. He's laughing his ass off, and you make your way onto the roof right there. He does get a saving throw,
Oh, I didn't hit the woman.
and he fails.
Cool.
So he's still laughing. because that's what happens. All right, and Tiro, what are you doing?
Okay, so I look deep inside and I think about the eternal enemy of the snake, and I channel that, and you can see me growing, and I'm starting to shake, and then I pop out and I'm a huge mongoose. And that's my bonus action. And I know as a mongoose, sneaky, I like to steal things, and as a player, I really need a magic item. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and attempt to disarm this lady with my snake teeth, maybe get a sword out of it. So, laughing lady.
Well, the individual is laughing.
There's
is the
3
dude.
bad guys, right?
It's half the snake guy with the
Lady, snake arms, and then Globulus.
Yes.
Globulus. I'm attacking Globulus with sword.
Globulus is
Alrighty.
incapacitated. Laughing.
Alrighty.
Which is why I'm hoping maybe I can get the sword out.
All right, let's go ahead and make an attack roll
Chew his arm off.
with your mongoose, which is we'll say is a +3.
Plus 3, that is 18.
18 hits. All right, so now as a mongoose, you grab on to the handle of the sword to try and pry it free. It's going to be your strength versus his strength. So roll another d20 for your mongoose's strength, which is a -2.
I have an inspiration, so. Okay. Oh! 1.
Yeah, no.
Full blown 1?
No, I got 3.
You grab onto and pull, and while he's still laughing, this is a very strong, powerful entity, and the blade does not budge from its grasp.
All right. Do I still do damage since I landed the hit or no?
No, because the attack was instead to try and disarm as opposed to deal damage.
Okay. That's it then. That's my
All
turn.
right, that is your turn. All right, so now the female, who's now the face, which looks somewhat humanoid, the eyes are these bright yellow, angry expression. The mouth opens with the snake tongue whipping in and out. She is going to begin to cast poison spray into the room.
Uncanny dodge.
Nope, instead, actually, it's poison spray. No, she doesn't do poison spray. Do poison spray against. Closest to is going to be you, Calliope.
Okay.
I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
She's gonna be fine.
This is like baby green dragon stuff right
That's
now.
her.
Sort of.
Kind of, she puts her hand out in front, and this billowing cloud of purplish mist just into your face and chest area, and you begin to cough.
Yeah. 10 plus is that?
10 plus
So 12.
2. 12? You do make it, actually.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so you take no damage from that. You cough, but you manage to close your eyes and nose and mouth and rush out of the mist before it has any effect.
Is it my turn? Or?
It will be in just a moment.
Okay, cool.
That frustrates her, and she has nowhere to really move, so she's going to go ahead and attempt to dart up onto the wall as well, watching you as like a serpent-type speed scurry up the side.
Kill this bitch.
Technically, since you made 2, I'll let it go, but remember, if you disengage, you don't get 2 attacks, because one of your attacks is your bonus action. But it was fine. It was an open round. We'll let it happen. She rushes past. Calliope, if you wanted to, you can make an attack of opportunity against her.
No, I'm going to cast blindness on her.
Okay, well, you get this for free.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
as she's
cool.
rushing away, you have your
Yeah,
rapier
well,
out. You
I
can make it.
slash at her with
Go for it.
Sir Stabby Woundbringer, the 4th.
Do it.
Oh, my good madam, thanks for awakening me from my slumber. Stab.
Go and roll an attack.
9 plus, what would be my bonus on that one? Or?
What's next to Sir Stabby?
I guess
3 on that, I think.
strength.
Or to hit.
Oh, yeah, 6.
6. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes, good.
Nice. Oh, damage on
Good
him
show,
is
Sir
1d8 plus 3, I think.
1d8 plus 3.
Great. So go ahead and take
Where did that 8 go? Over there, right?
Yeah, it is.
Should have more than 1 8 on this table.
I have
6 points of
lots.
damage.
6.
6 points of damage. So you strike out with the rapier, you cut her in the thigh as she leaps up and grabs one on the top
And
of the
now
ceiling.
she's blind.
Well, she will be on your turn. The other guy is going to. Ooh.
I'm grabbing
All right.
more 8s. Don't mind me.
I
No
threw
worries.
in 1 too.
So the Archon, the guy with the 2 snake arms,
There's a couple.
Yes.
is coming at you with both arms.
I gave you an extra one.
Oh, I'll get to him in a second. Here's an 8.
Now we have to.
You can have it.
All right. So the first one is a natural 20.
Wait.
Oh shit. The second one is a 20 to hit. What's your AC?
21.
21. So the first one is a horrible hit, but it alerts you to its presence. You spin around, and using your axe, you just knock the other arm out of the way. You actually watch one of the serpent fangs break from the impact.
Okay.
But the first hit does get you.
Which one is hitting me? The guy with the
You got
snake
the two
arms?
serpent arms behind
Yeah.
you. That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage, plus 18 points of poison damage.
And we got to kill this leader before he stops laughing, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And he is going to. He's not going to. He feels comfortable in that corner there. He's got you all right in biting range. He's going to stay there. That ends turn. Calliope, you're up.
I cast blindness on.
Just be aware, blindness is concentration. If you
Okay.
cast that, you will be. You'll be stopping
Okay.
the Tasha Insidious laughter.
Oh, okay. So no. So then I don't do that.
Wait.
Don't fireball.
No, I'm not going. I'm dumb.
Game
Not
over.
that dumb. I've learned. I'm 2 times dumb.
Putting it out there.
Not 3 times.
He's like, lightning bolt.
Yeah, exactly. Thunder wave.
Thought about that too.
Give us a strong thunder wave.
yeah. I pulled back. Just do some stabbing. I'm going to stab on the leader. I'm going to stab him in his stupid laughing face.
All right, so you move up into the doorway next to the zombie, next to Archon, in this tiny little space, and you rush forward, going for the leap. So that the creature's incapacitated. Go ahead and roll an attack against it.
Cool. 14 plus. What am I doing? Oh, repair.
Six, that
Yeah,
hits.
that's
Roll
a
damage.
20.
Yeah, do it. One's D8 plus 3.
Okay, cool.
Nine
9
points of damage. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
to his fucking face.
Saving throw.
Yeah. Get him.
However, he does succeed against Tasha's hideous laughter. So as you stab, it's the sword now flaring in anger as it rights itself
We gotta
back
get
to a
out of-
standing
we gotta
position.
get out
It's
of this
full.
room.
It's full glory once again. It's supposed to be collapsed on the ground. Stands almost a full 9 feet tall, with the serpent leg now lifting it at full strength. So that ends your turn, Calliope. I don't. You can move if you want to, but if you move away, it'll free attack on you.
No.
Okay. Well, now it is the leader's turn. The leader.
But you didn't get to
I think I'm after him.
go. That's not cool.
Okay, yeah. The leader, who was made laughing by you very in an angry, frustrated way, just goes and unleashes 3 strikes against you with its flaming
3?
sword.
Okay.
You pissed it off. That's a natural 20. That is a 11, which I think misses you,
Yep.
and 2 natural 20s.
Those don't, no, but those don't count when you roll them.
I'm
doesn't work.
so sorry.
Why can't I have that? It's a mongoose, for fuck's sake.
21
have
points,
fallen
of,
asleep.
21 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
Shit.
plus 12 points of fire damage for the first hit.
Ah, shit.
Oh, no.
Second strike is 15 points of piercing damage,
Hold on.
or slashing damage.
Hold on 1 second.
That's 48 right there.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you're
Isn't
done.
it? Yep. All right. I'm done.
You're in a coma.
You fall immediately unconscious. You are just torn apart by this flaming sword, and in a fast rate, whoosh, whoosh, you watch as Calliope just falls unconscious on the ground. You can see small cinders sparking across the outside of her outfit as she immediately falls to the ground, unmoving.
That is so fucked up. We gotta get out of this small ass room.
Alrighty, and he's gonna kind of grinning with this big smile as you fall back. The last thing you hear as you fall to consciousness is,
Let that be a lesson.
Can I say fuck you as I fall to sleep?
fuck you.
Fuck you.
As your head hits the stone, unconsciousness takes you. That ends his turn. Jamila,
All right.
you're up.
Yeah, I'm dodging and weaving through all of my compatriots. As soon as I see this happen, it just enrages me. I do not frenzy, however.
Okay.
I only recklessly rage.
Okay.
And as I bring my sword above my head, I say, "Learn this."
So do you rush forward to the guy who just attacked?
Yes, towards
Okay.
big dude who
Big
just
boss
killed
man.
my friend.
All right, so you rush past, move into the space where Hitch was, pushing around Archon, and as you shout that out, you arc down with your blades.
Yes,
Come
I do.
on.
Make 2 strikes.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah. That's a 16.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
That'll hit one. Okay. 10 plus 8, 18.
18, nice. All right.
Then a
Second attack.
second hit, and this time I'm crying out with fury. Ugh, 5 plus 7, so 12.
12. Unfortunately, does not hit. The first one strikes across the chest. You see it cut some of the bandages open, and where the wound hits, you see blood mingling with this kind of black liquid that's kind of seeping from the various leprous wounds. However, it's now caught you as you gave its attention. As you back up for a second swing, it quickly sweeps underneath in the serpentine motion and ducks out of the blade, and then encompasses its space once more, readying itself.
It's dead.
I was emotionally troubled
Yeah.
by what I saw happen. So.
Shit's about to go down.
All right, that ends your turn.
Yep.
That brings us to your zombie.
Rob. Okay.
Come on, Rob.
What's Rob doing?
I
Gotta go for Big
command
Baddie.
destroy the serpent leader. So I want him to hit the. He's going to strike at the
He's gonna bite him.
globulus.
He does. He actually steps over Calliope's unconscious body. Since Calliope fell right in the doorway
okay.
and just makes a strike.
Smash him. Oh, man, that was almost.
I saw that.
That would be a. Where's my zombie? He's over here.
It's +3 to hit.
So that's like a 10.
10?
Yeah.
So as the zombie lumbers forward, the serpent leader kind of goes and just punk, just kind of hits it with his knuckles, and the zombie goes like a Three Stooges
Yeah.
slapstick moment. Okay, that ends zombie's turn. Now it's your turn, Archon.
Come on.
Okay.
Smite,
I'm gonna
smite, double
I'm gonna hit the leader.
85 smites.
That's gonna be a 22.
That hits.
I'm gonna second level smite.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Say
So
something
that's
cool.
2, 3, 4.
Smite
Okay.
me. Yeah, Calliope wakes up for 2 seconds. Somebody's got to wake you up, right? Who's got a healing potion?
That's gonna be
all do.
We all do.
27.
We all do.
I don't have one.
I'll
27.
take care of him.
I have one on my pack too.
I used one yesterday. I mean, earlier today. In the season.
Alrighty. As your first strike, as you bring the axe down out of fury, watching Calliope fall, and you now see yourselves, you've cornered it, and you feel that you have it cornered. You've seen these things move rapidly, but you still bring the axe down in a big, heavy arc and slam it. It hits the snake side of its body and gashes through. You can see it spills open the wound, and purplish red blood begins to spill down the side of its serpent form.
Second strike. That's gonna be a 24.
24 hits, roll damage.
Okay, let's go with a. I'm gonna go with a. I'll go with a first level smite. That's 21.
21 points of damage. Oof, that's a nasty round. 48 one hit. So as you bring the first axe strike down, the second one you bring back, and he actually brings up the longsword and slams it and catches the axe. And as you guys push into each other, you just kind of grin into his face. You kick him away, and then whoosh, bring the axe across the front of the chest. Yes. You can now see it's bleeding from the 3 large wounds left by the 2 of you. And it's
Question.
yes.
Is there anyone in the? Are they 15 feet within each other? And is there anyone of my party between them? Two of the bad people. Of the snake people.
Well, there's one.
Okay.
That guy in the corner and that guy in the corner. The rest are allies.
So who's in my way?
I'm in between the two
of them,
guys.
yeah.
You wanna do what, a
Okay,
tail
so I
swipe?
can't hit multiple people with a 15-foot cone without hitting somebody in my own party.
Kind of, yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
But can I can I grab his shoulders and breathe fire into his chest without
Yeah, you
damaging
can.
anyone around?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, then I'll do
It's
that.
just all just gonna burn into the corner.
Yeah. Then I grab, I guess, his arms are flailing, or he tried to block. I block here and grab the other arm and just breathe fire right into the center of mass.
Like a localized furnace, you just burn into his face. Saving throw on this. That is a 21, so half damage.
You with these saves against me.
I have been rolling so well this game!
Oh my god.
Ridiculous.
Or shitty.
Only
Depending on how you look at it.
would have rolled this well.
That's true, yeah.
With his rolling, I'm impressed we're alive.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a 7,
We're
so
pretty savvy
that in
players.
half.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is 10.
It's like,
So it burns into it. However, some of the bandages curl back and you can expose more of its diseased form. However, it brings the flame blade in front and the fire seems to hit the blade and it kind of absorbs the impact and splits it, so it reduces the damage it takes as it grins through the fire at you, and then the snail whips up and pushes you a little bit back. You have to catch yourself on your hind foot, but you're now standing off facing each other once more.
okay,
Back to back.
That ends your turn, Archon.
that ends my turn.
Tyrrell, Hitch, you guys are up.
You want to go first? You want me to go?
Okay.
somebody
Well,
wanna
I'm gonna
heal?
drag.
Oh, heal.
You can
heal
just call
Calliope.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to
You're still mongoose form.
transform out.
All right, you're out of your mongoose form.
Fucking mongoose form. And then I'm going to. If I drag. Is there a place I can? Is dragging using a standard action?
It would be a standard action to drag somebody, yeah. 'Cause you have to like grab their body and pull it with you.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds then on you, of course, and I'm gonna move to you.
Okay, so you move. You don't need to touch them to do cure wounds, do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
You do? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Healing words. Yeah. All right, so you move over. This guy, this serpent individual, gets an attack of opportunity on you as soon as you move out of his melee range.
Fantastic.
One of these snake arms snaps at you.
Fuck my shit up.
That is a 7. So he's too slow. He's paying attention to this fray between you and the serpent human leader, and as soon as it sees you out of the corner, I move, it snaps, but you're already out of its reach. So
Perfect. I'm a Furbolg, Mr. Magoo. So I scurry away, make it over to you, heal you for 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
4, I think.
Yeah, which is wisdom, so that's 4.
nice.
Perfect. Okay.
You're 12 hit points. You're conscious.
All right.
You're still prone on the ground, but your eyes flicker open and you're back into 12 hit points.
Yay!
Nice. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
Missed you.
It's your turn.
Question: this potion of fire breathing, when I exhale the flame, because we're up here, like I don't have to worry about hurting anyone, right?
Correct. It'll just be straight outward to like this individual. But if you shoot it like down at an angle, it'll hit people in the room.
No. I'm gonna. Wait, should I save this thing? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna drink this thing.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
drink the potion.
I'm gonna wink at this evil biatch, and then I'm gonna exhale my fire into her
Yeah, it's a bonus action. You can totally do that.
into her face.
All right, let's go ahead and make a dex save for No, that is a 10. That is a failure. So go ahead and roll 4d6 fire damage as you wink, pop the potion, and then just following Archon's example,
12, 18.
18 points of fire damage. Nice.
And then I can still attack, right?
Well, no, it's your action to drink the potion.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you have 2 more fire breaths you can shoot before the potion's effect is gone.
But not right now.
Not this round, no. But
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
that.
And those are bonus actions.
Yes.
So he can then attack and then breathe fire.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
You watch as the flames engulf her and she kind of skitters back. A lot of the clothing and the skin is now burned and charred. She's looking hurt, not like super rough, but she's hurt.
Okay. Cool.
That was pretty nasty towards her. All right, do you want to move or stay where you are?
Well, she can't get near me, right? She's like not. We're still like on opposite sides of the room.
Yeah, but there's still a wall between you.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl like this over to here. Is that silly? Probably.
You can do that. You can move around the edge, perimeter if you want to. You're going to stay right there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your turn, Hitch. All right, so this guy here is now going to move up behind, flanking you, versus his leader is going to go ahead and make, let's see.
Oh, great.
Okay. The
What was that noise?
one arm extends and actually now wraps around your body. It's attempting to constrict you in place.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Well, you have advantage too.
Oh, right, because reckless attack. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
That'll be 18.
Yeah, you know.
So you suffer 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the snake arm wraps around and begins to crush you in the torso.
So 5.
Yeah, so 5. But you are grappled.
Okay.
And you're considered restrained,
Okay.
which means your attacks have disadvantage and attacks against you have advantage.
Okay.
And with its other serpent hand, now with advantage because you're grappled, it's going to come in and attempt to bite you.
Come
It already has
on.
advantage
Already,
against
yeah.
you, but didn't know that.
Why not?
That's 19 plus 5. 20,
You can.
So that's going to be
Was it's clawing at me now, or
it has a serpent
oh,
head
it's
for an
biting
arm,
me
so
with
it's
its
biting
hand.
me with the head.
Okay, cool.
So you take 5 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2.
2.
However, you do take
Yeah.
double sixes, 12 points of poison damage, not reduced because it's poison.
Right.
That's going to end its turn.
Does she feel it coursing through her veins, or is it just poison damage?
It's just an immediate point of poison damage. It doesn't
Okay.
appear to be a sustained effect.
Okay.
Calliope, you're up.
Would I be able to drink my potion of healing and cast something, or do I only get one?
No, you get one or the other.
Okay, well, I love Van Halen, but I sing one of my least favorite songs. It was super popular when I was in high school, but I look at the woman up there and I say, jump, go ahead and jump, and I cast suggestion on her.
Okay.
Do you have a keyboard or something?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. She had advantage on that saving throw and still failed with an 11.
Of course, because it's not against me.
This is true. This is true. Only good saves go against you.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
All right, so for suggestion here, just to double check.
Maybe you have to die first for the lucky change.
Well,
I
hey, knock on
retuned my
wood.
lute so I had that brown sound.
I know, sorry.
That Eddie Van Halen brown sound.
It doesn't glance over the edge. You just say jump away, and it looks to look for safety, and then leaps without even thinking about it. As it does, she and then jumps off, landing, hitting the ground, and becomes prone. The impact that would be 30-foot fall. Not bad. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
She's not prone. You just watch her just jump out of frame, and you hear.
Suggestion rules. I love it so much.
Alrighty. So, that brings us to. Oh, you're still prone on the ground. You can get up if you want.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
You made her jump from the ground.
You kind of back away from the middle of the cover. Then it's Calliope's turn. Now the flaming sword emblazoned. He's gonna go ahead and now that you've blown flames in his face and it's guarded him, he's locked on you right now.
I will teach you a lesson.
And it's gonna go ahead and unleash 3 strikes against you.
Those are brutal. Look out.
Actually, you know what? The first strike is going to attempt to constrict you as well. The tail, at this point, as you weren't paying attention, the tail has snaked its way between your legs, and then begins to wrap around your body to hold you in place. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and considered restrained while you're in that grip. As you're now held, bound by the tail, holding your axe out in front of you, the sword comes in 2 long swipes against you, which he has advantage on because he has you restrained.
God damn it.
So that's why you did that first.
Yeah. So that is going to be a... It's 20?
No.
No. So you that, as soon as the first blade strike comes down, you take the axe and you just parry it out of the way as hard as you can.
Yay.
Second strike is... Same, 20. You deflect the second blow, just barely keeping it at bay. The fire you can feel flickering towards you, and even with your resistance, it's still too close for comfort, and you're holding it back. Wow, that sucked for him. Okay, that's going to end his turn. Jamila, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to break free of this. I have advantage as I'm raging. Yeah. Both 15s plus 8.
That hits.
3. All right, so I break free, and then I'm going to action surge. So yeah, so after that, I hawk the most disgusting like loogie you could ever imagine on that guy's searing wounds that Arkad
Okay,
made.
so as you pull away, the serpentine arm spins off and he gets pushed against the wall as you kind of thrust him against, turn and spit this, and it onto the burn wounds from the battle they had earlier.
Hitch and
you see
Gyro both dry heave.
the glowing yellow eyes of this serpentine human are glaring at Archon. As soon as it hits, just the left eye goes and turns towards you, and then returns to Archon.
Gross.
And that small kernel of feeling that Archon has grows just a little bit bigger.
That's awesome. Is that your turn?
I believe so.
Okay.
I mean, I could, that's it.
Rob.
Yeah, but you broke free from that.
I broke free.
All right, zombie's turn.
Rob, free me! Okay, so he runs up and he's gonna try to... Can he do a strength check to try to release me?
You know what? Yes, he'll be at disadvantage because he's a zombie. And this is you're basically surrounded with a cylindrical column of muscle about that wide that is just wrapped around your body, and you have a mostly damaged zombie going. So make it. There's a possibility.
Okay, but he's also going to be there to aid in case.
Right. Okay.
Could I aid him in his? Because he's making a. Is he?
No, because to aid somebody is an action.
Got it.
You could have him hold off and then aid you if you want to break free on your turn. Have him just use his action to aid you when it comes around.
So it's either at a disadvantage or I can hold him off and he would give me advantage.
Correct.
I'm gonna hold him off.
Okay. So he grabs the edge and starts pulling in preparation for your turn.
He moves into position.
And now it's your turn.
Great.
So
this would be my whole action though.
Correct. Either you can make 2 attacks with disadvantage or you could attempt to break free.
I'm gonna have to break free with advantage.
Okay, go for it.
And it's an athletic check?
Athletics, yeah.
19.
13. Using, with your zombie's friend pulling back on you, kind of forcing against it, you get your knee up and your foot inside the coil and just push back until it unfurls onto the ground, swinging out and almost hitting some of your fellow party members. It has to retract. And it's now pushing itself even taller up against the corner. Its back is like up against the room. It's now looming over you as it's holding the sword. So that's your action.
Okay, and lay on hands is not a bonus action?
No, it's an action.
That is all.
Okay. As you see the leader swipe up, the guy behind you, his one snake arm is rearing back to strike as the other one you feel begin to slip under your torso, trying to pull you into another constriction.
I leave you your lives.
No way.
I leave with mine.
No fucking way.
If you are here for the right reasons, you would not say his name, but I know how you speak. Aslak. If your purpose is true, then go. Stop him. Slay him.